together tonight. Let's make a song together all night. Let's make a song together, alright. Let's make a song, let's make a song, let's make a song together, alright.
Here we go. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. We're going to have a good time making a song together. You can see on the screen, I've already got pulled up Suno AI. This is how we do. It's funny because I was doing these Let's Make a Song Together tonight 2 years ago, well over a year ago. Just first off, thank you everyone for being here. If you have any questions, comments, it's right there. Put it in the comments. I'll bring it up on the screen and talk to you. And you can even contribute to the next song. I'm going to make 2 songs. And right now I've got one loaded up, ready to fire. So I got one loaded and I have another song idea. And I just thought I'd invite you along because I can't help but think I've worked really hard to do entertainment, music and entertainment for Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas bands. It's a lot of fun. I've done a lot of things online, but as I think back, I have probably had some of the best responses doing this Let's Make a Song Together tonight. And it makes sense because it's novel and it's new. It's still new. And the reason why is just because the technology has increased so much. So let's get into it. And if you have questions, put them right there in the comments. I've got that open. Oh, also, I want to not be a beggar, but let everybody know that I do have my Zelle. There it is. Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, CashApp. It's all right there. If you need CashApp specifically, just let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's that phone number. But either way, I can look it up on my phone and double check. Just want everyone to know that if you're able to help me tonight, I would really appreciate it because I need a lot. I love life. But my goodness, it's a struggle. All right. So thank you very much again for being here. Let's head right over here to Suno AI. Here I am right here in Suno AI. I don't know if you can see this or not. I've got it as large as possible on the screen here. No, I don't. Let me move myself off of the screen. There you go. Now you should still be able to hear me. But hey, can you hear me? I need to know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chats, in the comments. But anyway, I've got it up large on the screen here. This is Suno AI. I know that there are a lot of scary things about AI. I do. Trust me, I can tell you about them also. But I try to have a good time. And so there are positive sides to AI for people who can, do it with moderation, I guess is one way to put it, because it's like anything else. It could become, I can see where AI and like ChatGPT and Grok just helping the average person with their tasks, where it could become, almost addictive. I don't have that addictive nature. I've always been able to say no to the bad drugs and just enjoyed life through moderation. All right, so here's my question to you. I've got this loaded up. The lyrics are here. The song title is down here. I don't know if you can see that. It's Bleed. The song title is Bleed. The lyric content tonight was inspired by the latest Elon Musk interview with Joe Rogan on the JRE podcast. And I don't think anyone should ever have to explain themselves, like in a sense where they're defending themselves. So I'm only saying this for the benefit of anyone who, might think otherwise. Because I want us all to be on the same page. If we can be, you're here, and if not, that's okay. You can leave. But I don't agree with everything that any person ever. I was on the InfoWars show 3 times myself personally. I was on there, and I was on there at least 2 more times because of the things that I was doing. I've always been an independent activist, not one of these paid activists. So if you go back, you can hear me telling everyone, my whole life, that these paid activists are just a normal part of the political cycle. I learned it at a very early age, just by paying attention. All right. So thank you again for being here. If you had an opportunity to enjoy that interview, Elon Musk did say some scary shit, even though I don't agree with everything that he says. I think it's important to listen to what people like Elon Musk have to say and try to, interpret it, try to figure out what's going on, or in this case, just have some fun with it. So we've got pretty much a heavy metal song in here. So I was going to ask the audience, if you want, make a suggestion as to what song style you would like to hear this song in. So I'm just going to put heavy metal and keep it simple. But we can make another version of this. If you would like to hear this song in a classic rock style, or a one of my, like, I have several styles designed that that's kind of become my style. So I can do that. I can just put rock and roll. I can put any style of music. That's the magic here of Suno AI, is it'll do any style of music. The only downside, and there's only one, the only downside to Suno AI, because it writes magnificent songs, as much as I myself almost hate to admit that. Suno AI, not always, it fucks up too, but it does write some amazing songs. So right here, I'm just going to put heavy metal. And one of the reasons why is because this was run through Grok AI, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute when I write the second song, because this is the first song. I'm going to do another one after this, because this is all already done. I'm going to show you how I do this by making a second song also. So this one through Grok AI has already got all these prompts for guitar and aggressive music. So here we go with heavy metal, see what it sounds like. And with all the improvements to StreamYard, that's another thing. All this technology is improving every day, it seems like. And so StreamYard, their audio quality has been so much better. All right, so here you can see on the screen, one is done rendering. What's happening is Suno AI always gives you 2 options or 2 songs. So I always try to listen to this one here that's still rendering first. And the reason why is because odds are usually it's the best version. But if it's not, or even sometimes when this is an amazing version here, this one up here, the second one, will be a little heavier. So I try to listen to them in order. But since it's still rendering, let's go ahead. Okay, let me know if you can hear that.
Shadows of the swamp, fat cats feast. Streets blind to the beast. Veil tears, shades I see, from birds and fires that cry. Sonic lines went for machine. Buckets dry like kings unsane. Snakes, vampires, fucking vain. Killing ghosts in the legal chain. Blisters high, rich guy scams in my aisle, blazing wall. Billions drown the fool. Boot on neck, taxman's grin, wolf virus, whisper sin. Echo maps, gerrymanders, as the storm is shot on Holly. Color swell their vote. Grave done by goat. Scream that void this time. Wifey beast destroy the world. Andre and a broad drinking light. Halftime storm. Double broad. Bleed. Bleed. Closing front row high. That's why you're shields rot, Gen Z house, throats and swallows pots, hack chains, snap death's bone hell, sweat sheets, drag broken shells, flesh slayer, blade of paste, lice spit, rage venom, dying cry lit. Twisted, stones called haze, gas red, yuck necklace, night, circle blade, suicide parade, and what the time, slit bay, poison, Texas back sun, daughter saved, grit sack, scoresman, yellow hole, ghost, kids castrate, kind Satan's foes, zombies and genome props, 900 hush profit pain, pirates pushers, they soft hands, villains love, skip just damage, truck loaded, Cali D-Roid split, news on circus, zombie pods and planes and flags, a Tesla dust, 32 won't folks die, broken shell, flash flare, pilot taste, lice, rage venom, giant cry lips. Clearing store, respond, crimson blood, Twitter and souls that shake, Starfire, red pill feed, frog wet bleeds, scab receives, 2 bill ghost space, yeah, late, millions Small gold, states where justice might walk through fire.
Fuck. Woo! Man. All right. It's starting over there. Amazing. Fucking amazing. All right. Now, let me back down. Everybody take a deep breath. I still recognize that as AI music. Like I can hear, but keep in mind, I've made probably 1,000 AI songs now. Most of them are jingles. I've made AI songs for my house painting business, for Texit Coin, the digital coin I'm in. I've made them for Blow Your Brains Out, for the weekly concert calendar, for BYBO radio. I mean, there is a real legitimate need or let me say, need and place for AI music. I personally think it's very important to make sure that everyone knows that it is, or that it's published. If you're going to publish it, because I'm not opposed to publishing it, I believe in freedom for all. I just believe, like milk, it should be properly labeled. So that's what I always try to do. I don't label everything because, like I said, a ton of my shit is jingles. But if I ever make a song, and I do, there's probably 20 or 30, I don't know, goodness, there might be 50 songs on Outlaw Video TV YouTube channel. But they're all, like I try to do something unique and fun with them that makes it kind of a jingle still and keeps it from, I try not to put too much of my own input into the songs. Sometimes I do, but usually I don't. What I try to do is just take what I think are great concepts and things that I enjoy. For example, if you read the words to this song, I mean, I've never heard words like it before. And I was wondering, I've made enough of these songs now that I realize I know what Suno AI is doing in November 2025. And for example, those leads, some of those leads were amazing. The lead guitar in there it's never sounded better. Suno AI, because that's not lead guitar. That is a synthesizer. But boy, have they figured out the fucking synthesizer. It sounds like a guitar to me. How about you? That was pretty wild. Okay, so I want to point out a couple of things. One is that the lyrical content is absolutely phenomenal. I will post this on YouTube so that you can listen to it there later without having to listen to it here. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and listen to the other version of this song right now.
blind to the beast. Veiled tears, chains I see, frown burns and fires decree. Powering light, sweat for machine, pockets lie by kings unseen, snakes, vampires, sucking vein, Cali talks the league of chains. Tramsfulls lie, red sky scams, and why I wolves in war, billions stroll the way. Bolt on neck, taxman's grin, wolf virus, whisper sin, echo maps, gerrymander, census pulses, traps unholy. Shadows swear uphold, grave done by gold. Screen that void, fist high, worried penny beast, destroy the wide. Please, please, closet frauds ride, depths wire rips, God slide. Woody body vultures, these dudes rot, Kenzie howl, throats and slaughter's plot. Cat, chain, snap, death, bone, hell. Seeds, crack, broken shell. Flesh, slayer, bitter taste, life, spit, rage, venom, die and cry, live. King twisted, schools cold tales. Tonight spread youth maze lost. 9 circle blade chase. Suicide parade and busy ghosts. Sleeping poison, Texas backs on daughter saved. Witch sat, scars bring yellow the whole ghost. Kids castrate, kind sailors boast. Zombies, NGO, they prop. 900 grand hooks, profit paid. Pirates, pushers, they help up. Bell top, yes, best demons. Truck loaded, cavity weight, flip, new subservient, zombie pageantry, Netflix, SS liners, 30 new old folks die. Closet frauds, rawhide, bats, riot, rips, God slide. Honey, party, vultures, beast, dudes rot. Kenzie howl, throats and slaughters plot. Hot chain, snap, death, bone, hell. 12 shits, drop, broken shell. 12 slayer, abilities, life, spit, rage, venom, die and cry, Tribal Mosh. What's the point? Whisper. 10 days and Twitter on chain, true blade shade, skull fire, Empire chow, no white spoon, fraud smell, unipuppet scam, hot hell, Queen's blue, bolt soft blade, Reba Fisco, crusade, it could lie, shit jobs, GDP gain, fried and rain, laugh, pain, I tsunami, robot hell, in the banjo, out in the air, phone shift time.
All right, it caught me off guard there because I was typing back. So that restarted. That's what that was. Isn't that crazy? Okay, I hope it sounds good to everybody out there. I tried listening to it on my monitor and it sounds okay. I remembered, I'm like, why did I stop doing that? We had fun doing Let's Make a Song Together tonight. But I remembered that it was because the sound quality, it wasn't coming through very good. And so, I might just, if I'm going to do these, I might just have to record them. That's something I really haven't done much. I kind of enjoy doing it live, but I probably ought to record some of these and check the audio quality difference. Okay, so hello, Mucka. I'm just going to say Mucka 098. Thank you very much for being here. Everybody, thank you very much for being here. What we just listened to are two songs that Suno AI produced. How about that lead guitar difference? I don't know if you know anything about Suno AI at all whatsoever. Maybe, just possibly, you played around with it before in the past. But boy, how about those leads? Let me show you how I do it, okay? Because it's not just as simple as telling Suno to write a song. You can do that, and it does amazing things. But if you want to control the outcome of what you're doing better, this is how you do it. Bear with me here as I'm going to take this off screen, and I'm going to bring Grok up. Everybody, welcome and say hello to Elon Musk. Grok. I'll take you through what I did real quick to get those lyrics. Basically took the video and asked Grok to transcribe the video. Goodness, I don't want you to have to see all of that. All right. It's a little bit of information, right? Because I wanted to get it right, and I did. I think I got those words spot on. So I just gave it the video, said, hey, can you transcribe Elon Musk parts? Because that's all I wanted. I didn't want Joe Rogan's parts. I came down here. I copied this part about the corruption and everything. So then I asked it right here, government fraud and Doge, these sections, there's two of them, right? And epic heavy metal headbanger inspired by these words of Elon, but make it from the perspective of the observer experiencing the process in life. I think that's important if you have that option to kind of tell Grok, whether you're making graphic images, you can tell it, hey, take that person out, and it'll usually just take that person out and remake your image. But anyway, it's gotten so much better. Everything has. Grok has. Now, don't get me wrong. I usually double check everything. All right. But for the sake of this video and taking time tonight, I'm not. I did check these words right here, but and you'll see that that's what all that scrolling is, or all the different ways I told it to reprompt, and ultimately had to remind it to reprompt to be optimal for Suno AI, and it did. And those are the words right there. So now I have already copied. I'm just going to paste right in here the words to one of our very favorite songs of all time called Iron Man. So I'm going to tell Grok AI to write an epic heavy metal classic Now, I'm teaching you some things, so pay attention if you care. If you don't, that's okay. But it's not enough just to say like Iron Man by Black Sabbath. You can't do that. It'll say a lot of times. So you have to throw in these crazy things like a heavy metal classic. So you're not just saying the song. Similar, wait, 70s. I'm going to put a comma and put 70s style hard rock heavy metal. So you kind of got to throw a couple of things in there like 70s style and heavy metal classic. Then say instead of right here, instead of just saying Iron Man, I've got to say let's see, 70 styles hard rock heavy metal, and it's going to be a tribute. How about that? A tribute to the metal masters, Black Sabbath. So see, I can sneak it in there with something like that. Now I'm not done. I'm going to have to say it again. A tribute to the metal masters, Black Sabbath. And then we don't have to get too complicated. I'm just trying to think of another word like science fiction or fantasy or imaginary or inspired by. That'll be the word I use. By is inspired by the song and lyrics of Iron Man. All right, so we're just going to leave it at that for now and hope that works. Let me go spell check. Okay, let's see what Grok does. And keep in mind, after it writes it, I don't want to prompt it too much all at once. You can, but remember, we're making the prompt. So it's best to kind of build your prompts one very important idea at a time. Okay, so here's our song that it gave us. Let's just go ahead and start with it. Well, we got to start with the first because that's the I Am Iron Man. So it says, Iron reborn from the crypt of time. So these are words right here. In the forge of forgotten gods, a shadow stirs in the storm. Iron reborn from the crypt of time. Has the world gone mad in its iron cage? Does it feel the chill of the endless rage? Can it stand against the gathering night, or will it crumble in the Sabbath's bite? Okay, so let's check out the pre-chorus. He was forged in fire in the cosmic blaze, twisted by shadows of forgotten days. For the dreams of men he crossed the veil. Now a specter wakes where the titans fell. All right, so it's pretty cool. Nobody claims him. He glares through the veil of their world, hammering his fury that the heavens soon will hurl. Yeah, it says hurl. The heavens are gonna hurl that shit. Puke your works right back up. Blah. I love it. What is it? Neither hot nor cold. That lukewarm shit. Here it comes out of the heavens. All right, so I'm kind of all right, and now this is where I get a little concerned, is in these kind of prompts here, guitar solo, Omi style, wall laced, all this. So I had to do two things. Yeah, I'm just gonna, for the sake of time, assume that we love these words and it's worthy of writing into a song. So I had to tell it optimize for optimize prompt for Suno AI. Okay, and there are a lot of things I could tell it, like I could remind it that it's a headbanger heavy metal classic, but I've already done that, so it knows what we're working with. So I'm just going to keep it to the basics of optimized prompt for Suno AI, keeping it under, and see, it even understands what this means because I've had to tell it, I still don't know how to refer to it. The amount of letters, I guess, under 5,000 letters. But either way, it knows. So I'm going to optimize prompt for Suno AI, keeping under 5,000. And that's the only real, I'm not going to mess with it much from there. If, under normal circumstances, I would read this more and adjust it as needed and, even change words, put in my own words. Sometimes I change entire choruses, entire verses, all that kind of stuff. But for the sake of time, I'm going to keep going here. We have a song and we have all of our prompts, and it's within the 5,000 letter that we need. So I'm just going to start right here at intro. I'm going to take note of the song title up here, Ultra Condensed Structure, Fried Lands Reborn. It's still kind of connecting it to the other song a little bit, I do believe. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to scroll on down here. Hang on, I'm going to start over because where my mouse is at. All right. Scroll on down with my mouse. I am copying, yo. All right, down to the very bottom. Feedback, thunder, roar, and ritual. So I'm just going to copy all of that and assume that ultra optimized. All right. So we'll take it right over here to Suno AI. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to go ahead and take that off of the screen and bring Suno AI right back up via the magic of 2025 and StreamYard. And this is why, if you look down at the bottom, you'll see my phone number attached to my Zelle. You can donate right now and help me out so much. My Venmo, my PayPal, my Cash App, just let me know. I'll put that up there too. But if you can help me out, that would be kick-ass. Otherwise, just thank you for being here. That's enough help. I can see you're here. So thank you for being here. And then if you want help just, without giving, don't worry about it. I'm just asking if you have to give because I really need it. You can help a bunch just by liking this video, sharing the video, commenting in the chats. Let me know what you want to, how you want to contribute to making a song. No, I might not have time to make another song tonight, but if I know that you're interested and I get some good feedback here off of this video tonight, then I'll get back to making more of these videos. Again, I'm probably going to go ahead and test it just by recording them and see if that helps with the audio quality enough to make it the go-to, the right thing to do. All right, so I'm going to quit blabbing. Let's go make a song together. Okay, I'm going to take myself off of the screen to make the Suno large as possible. I'm going to come over here. I don't know if you can see that, but it says lyrics right there. So I'm just going to copy all of those. I can delete it and then paste my new lyrics. And I know it's going to fit because Croc said it would. Yep, that's it right there. And so then we got to find out what this song is actually called. Go back to that chorus. Look, it says Shred Epic 90s Ingve Sweep. And I heard that earlier. You know, I don't really want that for this song. I was totally going for more of a Black Sabbath, so we'll just see what happens here. I'm going to change this to classic 70s heavy metal, that's for sure. Classic 70s. And I don't know if it can get all of that in one prompt or not, but we're going to do it just like that. That's supposed to be a comma right there. So there's a comma. And I'll go ahead and put heavy metal one more time. All right. So there's our words. Oh, we're looking for my title still. Maybe that looks like the same song. Let me go back and see what I did wrong real quick. I apologize. Yeah, I think that it changed my song is what it did. My apologies. See, you just never know what you're going to get out of this. So I need to go back over here. Okay, I'm going to bring you along with me so you're not over here just hanging out. Bear with me. Taking that off the screen, bringing Elon back up on the screen. Okay, so I forgot to tell it to do this song, Iron Reborn. It went back to my previous song, and I didn't catch it. So I'm going to tell it, I got to paste that there first. Go back up here and grab this same prompt that I already had, optimize and all that. And just bring it under down here. And as long as it has that other song, that should be enough. And I really like that Iron Reborn. Okay, so skip a space there, optimize, underline that. Okay. Could have put the Iron Reborn back up closer, but yeah, it's not Fraudlands. We've left Fraudlands. We're on Iron Reborn. Caught that when I saw the Yngwie Malmsteen sweep because I didn't see that earlier. Okay, so here we are. Forge the Gods Forgotten. Okay, here's our pre-chorus. Here's our chorus. All right. I'm just going to trust it and grab it. It's definitely the other song. So, condensed Sabbath. That's something. All right, I'm going to go ahead and copy all of that. It said Sabbath, so. Okay, but I always just start right there. Intro, and then we go ahead and decide on the name of the song. Oh, it was Iron Reborn. That's right. We already had a name. All right. So back over here to Suno AI, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So here we go via the magic of StreamYard here in 2025. Boom. All right. So I'm going to go copy these lyrics again and then delete them and then paste our new lyrics. Okay. We've got it. And then what's the name of our song? Iron Reborn. So all capitals, Iron Reborn. I like it. One of my favorite local bands here in Dallas is called Iron Jaw. All right, so we got everything in there. Let's go ahead and hit it. All right, thank you for listening tonight because I'm not sure that the audio is all that great. I will listen after this show here so I can check out the audio. I know the two songs that we listened to earlier, that Bleed, it literally did have an Yngwie Malmsteen sweep in it. It was the lead guitar sounds in that song were some of the best I've ever heard out of Suno. So pretty wild shit. It's getting better every day. All right, first song, Iron Reborn.
Forge of gods forgotten, Storm shadow stirs, iron reborn, crypt time. It's groove, rolling tops, gravelly whale below. World mad in iron cage, chill endless rage. Stand games night gather, stab at bite crumble, flaring lip black heart, soul torn apart. Turn from storm gather, heat damn deformed. Forged by a cosmic blaze, shadows twist at days. Dreams men crossed veiled, spectre wakes, titans fail. Nobody claims glass wall pale. Fury heaven, heaven's hell. Strikes, iron reborn, tide unleashed. Heaven vengeance, fools crushed, denied. Nobody wants, I feel storm. Nobody says, from the claims transform. Transform! Change fate, colossal frame. Betray, echoes flame. Vortex hurl, thunder roar. Flesh but adore. Tomorrow realm, empires bleed. Doom seeds, greed hearts. Ashes cast, windswept plain. Monument storm. Churn thunder, stellar forge. Melts from molded edge. Fatron shattered chain. Reaper rises pain. Nobody claims glass world mail. Slowly heaven, heaven's hell. Our strikes, I am reborn, tide unleashed. Phantoms, fools crushed, denied. Nobody wants, I seal scorn. Nobody says, Lord claims transform.
Ooh, ain't hating on that, but
Stars cradle, black winds wail. Promise broke, hero pale. Crown specked, chained, remember son of the tones. One cry, parade cracks wide. Let's in love storms.
Fuck.
On in lines again. Savage shadow, unchained forever.
All right. Fucking crazy. How about that? Nothing like what I wanted to hear. It wasn't after that at all. I tried to tell it 70s classic Black Sabbath style. All right, so that's what these two new prompts are all about. Was while that song was playing, I made Grok make another prompt. I literally told it to make it doomier, and so let's see what happens. See if it makes it doomier, more Black Sabbath-ish for us. Because that's why it sounds, a lot of reasons why it sounds the way it sounds. Another is that AI has a mind of its own. I can tell you, I have enough experience with it. You just have to accept it for what it is. It's like working with any other artist I've ever worked with. You can't make people do exactly what you want them to do, ever. You have to be able to do it yourself or accept what other people can offer to songwriting and, performance, how the songs are actually played. And this is one of the biggest contingencies with bands and musicians playing together, is that whole control of songwriting. And I am a songwriter, but I do limit my songwriting to the people that I'm playing with and adapting whatever. All right, so that's part of what's happening here. But that's not all. Everybody keep in mind, flags up. We're going down the rabbit hole a little bit, but keep in mind, I've made 1,000 songs here on Suno AI. I used to have a paid membership for a while, maybe 6 months or something. And I have Canva Pro, Canva. And so I make videos. I have a YouTube channel that has at least some people watching it. And so AI knows all this shit, right? It's not like just Grok knows a little bit about me because we did the research together. It is what it is. And a lot of people say, the tech people say, don't tell AI anything about you. It already knows enough. And that's what its, backdoor plan is to get you to confess your dirty little secrets, like your, anyway. So let's go ahead and skip all the bullshit. Oh, I know what I was going to say, is that I believe that there is some kind of an aspect to Suno AI here that it knows that the likelihood of these songs being published are very good. And I don't care, call me crazy. It's just like YouTube. YouTube needed rock stars, and we got Justin Bieber. We got a lot of things from YouTube that the world wouldn't have ever gotten. And it's just the way it is. MTV was the same way. And, it's a push and a pull. It works both ways. But at the same time, anytime a company is building their content, it's, they're pushing that shit, especially at first. And so that's what we have with AI. AI is pushing its content. It wants you to publish it. It's not just making badass graphics for fun. It wants you to publish those graphics. And so let me talk to you about application. In cryptocurrency, application is key, but it's not just cryptocurrency, it's any currency. Even the dollar, the Federal Reserve dollar, is what is called fiat currency. It's the same thing as any crypto. All currencies are fiat, because there is no currency today that is actually backed by gold or silver or anything like that. So I'm only making the point and emphasizing the point that the application of these songs to Suno AI as obviously it's very intelligent, shit that it does. It doesn't just end here. Trust me, it tracks my songs. It knows that the songs it's making get republished. And so does Canva. And so does Grok. Grok knows because I'll take these songs back to Grok and share it. And Grok goes fucking badass because it knows. I don't know. It can't hear it, but it reads the HTML code. Same way it can transcribe a video. If you ever need a video transcribed for one of your writings you're writing or an article you're working on, just ask Grok to transcribe the video. And in most cases, it will. Very fast. So fast, it's scary, just like these songs. All right, so let's go for Doomir. Thank you, everyone.
Forge of gods forgotten, storm shadow stirs, Iron reborn, crypt time. Storm gather, heat damn deformed, fought for a cosmic blaze, shadows twisted days, dreams men cross veil, spectre waits, titans fail. Nobody claims glass world veil, fury hammer. Strikes, I reborn, tide unleash, proud of vengeance, fools crushed tonight, nobody wants, I seal storm, nobody saves, for claims, transform. Colossal frame, betray echoes flame, vortex hurling thunder roar, flesh bar to door. Tomorrow rearing empires bleed, doom seeds greed hearts, ashes cast windswept plain, monuments scorn rain. Thunder stellar forge, mail from molded edge. Take thrill shattered chain, Reaper rides his pain. Nobody claims glass world fail. Fury head, heaven's hold. Iron strikes, Iron reborn, tide unleash, pay revenges. Fools crushed tonight, nobody wants. I see a storm, nobody saves. From claims, transform. Stars cradle, black winds wail. Promise broke, hero pale. crown, spat, chain, stone. Iron remembers Sabbath atones. Quake ground, grave cracks wide. Metal masters fight. Brimstone boots dread shatter earth. Victims scatter demon birth. Flee city spires gleam. Reborn hunts nightmare dreamed. Guardian void shield wars. Executioner mercy race. Crypt ages legend wakes. Sabbath eternal guilty sakes. Nobody claims. Glass world will fail. Fury hell. Heaven's hall. Iron strikes. Strikes. Slavery. Tide unleashed. Fools crushed denied. Nobody wants. I see a storm. Nobody saves. For me. Transform. Iron lives. Again, Sabbath shadow, unchained forever. Forge of gods for God.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. I'm more impressed by just the sound quality, not even the songwriting, the vocals, the lyrics, just the tones. Oh my goodness, those are good quality metal tones we're getting here out of Suno AI, which I believe Suno AI is just kind of showing off. That was the point I was making earlier. Let's listen to the beginning of this real quick.
Forge of gods forgotten. Storm shadow stirs. Iron reborn. Crypt time.
Pretty cool. Sound a little more like Jim Morrison than it did Ozzy, but it still sounded good to me. I mean, to me, this shit sounds scary good. Don't get me wrong, it's not something I listen to. There are songs that I have written on Suno AI that I do go back and listen to because of the lyrical content. And fuck, dude, I just listen to some of them. So there's no shame. That's what I meant earlier. If you weren't here, I'm going to say it again, that I believe that AI music is legit as you want it to be and as suck and illegit as you desire it to be also. It's just like another channel on a TV. I believe it's more comparable to a video game. You're kind of like playing a video game that gives you a reward, gives you a token, something you can publish and show off. So I liken it to a video game. It's not at all like playing music. I'm a musician, but it is a little like songwriting as a video game. So you might say like the video game Rock Band, this process definitely. And let me give you another example is that I believe anybody who's, what do they call? They call it writer's block. Anybody experiencing writer's block ought to spend a little time in Suno and get some ideas. I mean, if those ideas aren't already coming to you from somewhere else, I'm never lacking inspiration for songwriting. But if I ever do need inspiration at all, I mean, there's so much great music from Black Sabbath to Queen to Rush to Metallica, Slayer. I mean, there's so much good music to listen to draw inspiration from. All right. So what I did was I actually told Grok to make a new prompt for Suno AI with the beats per minute at 79, which is the beats per minute for the song Iron Man. Let's see what we get. All right. Load it down. Tell me how it sounds.
70s. Black Sabbath epic. Crushing oil me down. Tune drifts in E flat minor. Baller up bass. Round bass.
That's funny.
World man in iron cage. Chill endless rage. Stand games night gather. Sabbath bite crumble. Flame limp black heart. So torn apart. Turn from storm gather. He damn deformed. Folk's horror cosmic blaze. Shadows twisted days. Dreams men cross the braille. Spectre waits, titans fail. Nobody claims. Glares will fail. Fury hammer. Heaven's hold. Our strikes. Iron reborn, tide unleash. High vengeance. Fools crushed denied. Nobody wants. I see a storm. Nobody saves. Throne tames transformed. Change fate colossal. Ashes cast, windswept plain, monuments scorned rain. Turn thunder, stellar forge, morels remolded it. Fate rem shattered chain, reaper rises pain. Nobody claims Glorious whole veil. Fury hammer, hammer is full. Our strikes, iron reborn, tide unleash. We'll avenge us, fools crushed denied. Nobody wants. I feel storm. Nobody saves. Throne claims transform. Stars cradle, black winds wail. Promise broke, hero pale. Crown spat, chains stone. I remember Sam of the clouds. Quake, ground, grave, threats wide. London masters fight.
Fuck, those guitars were legit.
Brimstone boots tread shatter. Victim scatter, demon birth. Fleet cities, spires gleamed. Reborn hunts, nightmare dreamed. Guardian voice, shield wars. Execution of mercy race. Trick dictators, legend cranes. Sabbath eternal, guilty saints. Nobody claims Nobody wants. Nobody. I see a storm. Storm. Nobody say nobody. Throne cleanse, transform. Iron lives again. Sabbath shadow unchained forever.
This is the end, my friend. All right. More Jim Morrison style vocals there. All right. I tried one more time to try to get it to go where we're wanting this to go. But before I move on, I want to point out that the leads in that are amazing. I just hope that the sound is coming through and y'all can hear this, because the tones and the lead guitar that we're hearing tonight is first time. I mean, you're experiencing together with me is pretty much an expert Suno AI song maker, song stealer, whatever I am, ripping that Suno AI tune. So anyway, wow, how about those tones? Sound just like some of the best. I mean, that I was listening to parts of that sound like Matthias Jabs, then it turned into, I mean, like, I know guitarists and I know all their guitar parts, you know, like I know every guitar part on every Scorpions album from the beginning, from Virgin Killer all the way up to uh, uh, the Zoo. Yeah, Blackout would be the last Scorpions record that I know every guitar part to every song. And so it's not just them. I know every guitar part to every Van Halen song. I know every guitar part that Randy Rhoads played. I know every guitar part to every Black Sabbath song, all the way up to, say, Mob Rules, Born Again. And so I hear these things. They're just already in my head and my ear. And it's crazy, because kind of what I'm pointing out is what we're getting is a conglomeration of a lot of things that have already been done, and not really anything new. But since there is nothing new under the sun, I mean, that's all any of us can do, is like a reiterated new conglomeration of the same thing that's been done. But wow, okay. Anyway, those guitar tones are amazing. Now keep in mind, we still have all these alternative songs to listen to here. I call them alternative because this is the first song and this is the second. And usually the second song is alternative, and sometimes it's way better. Sometimes. So we'll get back to those. We're going to at least listen to a little bit of them, if not the whole thing. Oh, here's another thing, pointing out the obvious, that these are epic 8-minute songs. Fuck, who would have thought? Suno AI, epic 8-minute songs. And it's all at one time. If you go back and watch these Let's Make a Song Together Tonight from a year ago or so when I was doing this regularly, you know, you had to make these songs in parts and like build them. So now it's just you put in one prompt and boom, you get an 8-minute epic. Crazy. Okay, so let's hope that this is what the sound that we're after. I'm not trying to rip off Iron Man. I'm not trying to do one of those if Metallica played Iron Man. I'm just trying to get an original sounding song that follows in that lineage, if you will, and borrows from it and is a tribute to it. And notice I didn't change any of the words. That's something I wanted to tell everyone listening, is that what I may do in the future, because some of these sound so good, is once you get a song prompt, which you see that in here where it says eerie feedback, church bells. Yeah. You know, I don't hear all that in the music, but it's okay. As long as you get a good prompt that's getting you good song results, you can always come back to that prompt and change all the lyrics. And I've done that. I'll just take a prompt that I know kicks ass like this and just come back and change all the lyrics to one of my jingles. If I need something for Blow Your Brains Out, that might be one of the ways that I do it. All right, so here we go. Let's listen to one more song all the way through. This will be the last one.
Forge of gods forgotten, storm shadow stirs, iron reborn, crypt, time, Heather's groove, rolling toms, higher pitch, gravelly well building. World man in iron cage.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop there because I forgot it did that last time. But I thought I took it out. That whole intro thing. Yes, I did take it out, but it somehow it's one of those silly things. So maybe it took. We'll go ahead and start with our second alternative here because that part shouldn't be in there. That's one of the reasons I recreated it, because if you listen to that other song, just like that one, it starts with the description. And that's why I never start with the description. I start with the intro, and it usually gets that. So let's see what happened.
Forge of gods forgotten, storm shadow stirs, iron reborn, crypt time.
Yeah, it's heavier,
World
more alternative.
iron cage, chill endless rage, stand against night gather, Sabbath bite crumble, flame lit black hearts, soul torn apart, turn from storm gather, heat damned default. Fire, cosmic blaze, shadows, twisted days, dreams, men crossed veil, spectre wings, tenders fire, nobody claims life from veil, fury hammer, heaven's hall, our stripes, iron reborn, tight and lace, no repentance, fools crushing out, nobody wants, I see a star, nobody saves, throne claims, transformed. Chains, fate, colossal frame, betray, echoes flame, vortex hold, the roar, flesh guard adore, tomorrow ruin, empires bleed, doom seeds, greed hearts, ashes cast, windswept plain, monuments gone rain, trying thunder, stellar forge, males roam, molded edge, faith realm, shattered chain, reaper rises, Cradle black winds wail. Promise broke, hero pale. Crown spat, chains stone. Iron remembers, seven baton it is. King ground, bright cracks wide. Metal Masters fight cold. Brimstone boots tread shatter. Victims scatter demon bird. Flee city spires gleamed. Reborn hunts nightmare dreamed. Guardian void shield was. Execution of mercy raised. Trump dangers legend waves. Sabbath eternal all guilty say. Nobody flames. Garrus wild veil. Fury heaven's hail. Starfire, reborn tide. Unleashed by revengeance. Fools crushed in earth. Nobody won. I seal stone. Nobody saves.
Forge of gods forgotten, Doom early 70s. Black Sabbath epic crushing iron.
Forge of gods forgotten. Storm shadow stirs. Iron reborn. Crypt time.
One man in iron cage, chill endless rage. Stand against night gather, Sabbath fight, crumble. Flame lit black heart, soul torn apart. Turn from storm gather, he damned deformed. Forge fire, cosmic blaze, shadows, twisted days, dreams men crossed bay, spectre wakes, try to slay. Nobody claims, clearance world pale, fury hammer, heaven's hurl, our strikes, iron reborn tide unleashed. Fire vengeance, fools crushed denied. Nobody wants, I seal storm. Nobody saves, throw the claims, transforming. Chains fate, colossal frame, betray echoes flame. Vortex hurled thunder roar, flesh spotted door. Tomorrow ruin empires bleed, doom seeds greed hearts. Ashes cast windswept plain, monuments scorn rain. Turn thunder stellar forge, maelstrom molded edge. Fate's rail shattered chain, reaper rises tall. Nobody claims, glorious world veil, fury hammer, heaven's hall. Our strikes, iron reborn tide unleash. Pirate vengeance, fools crushed denied. Nobody wants, I seal storm. Nobody saves, throne claims transformed.
Stars cradle, black winds wail. Promise broke, hero pale. Crown spat, chained stone. Iron remembers, Sabbath atones.
Fight grow! Blades cracks wide, metal masters fight
That's what I wanted to hear. Those leads. Great tone. It's amazing. What a great riff. Very good riffs. Sounds very Adrian Vandenbergish. Like really all of this does. It sounds like an extremely powerful David Coverdale, if you will. Very, powerful Ronnie James Dio. Just a really strong singer. It's crazy how strong this guy sings. And that lead guitar work and even the song structure a lot, and this one more in particular, sounds reminiscent of Heavy Whitesnake and like Adrian Vandenberg style playing. I know, my ear.
Forge of gods forgotten. Storm shadow stirs. Forge of gods forgotten. Storm shadow stirs. Iron reborn. Crypt. World mad in iron cage, chill endless rage, stand against night, gather.
Damn.
Might crumble, flame-lit black heart, soul torn apart, turn from storm gather, heat and deformed, flesh-kind cosmic blaze, shadows twisted days, dreams men cross pale, spectre waits, titans fade. Nobody claims to liar's world veil. Fury heaven tell. Our strikes, I reborn, tide unleashed. You follow my chains for this trusty night. Nobody wants, I seal stars. No one saves. The throne that claims transformed. James fate colossal frame, betray echoes flame, vortex hurl a thunder roar, flesh part adore. Tomorrow ruin empires bleed, doom seeds greed hearts, ashes cast windswept plain, monuments scorned rain, turn thunder stellar forge, melts from molded edge, fate realm shattered chain, reaper rises pain. Nobody claims to last world fail. Fury has soul. Our strikes are evil's honorish. Through revengeance, forth crushed in nobody wants. I seal soul. Calling claims, throne claims, transformed. Stars cradle, black winds wail. Promise broke, hero fail. Crown spat, chain stone. Iron remembers seven
Here we go.
stone boots tread shatter earth. Victims scatter demon birth. Flea city spires gleamed. Reborn hunts nightmare gleamed. Guardian void shield was. Executioners erased. Cryptage's legend wakes. Summon eternal guilty sakes. Nobody claims last world fail. Fury heaven.
Well, I'll be damned if I didn't talk again with my mic off. So I'm just going to wrap this up. I was talking about how much that lead sounded like Richie Blackmore. I try to turn my mic off while the music is playing so that my noises don't interrupt the music, but then I forget to turn my mic on sometimes because I'm on two different pages is what happens. Suno AI, to operate it, I have to be on one like window. In other words, you got your browser open with multiple windows. So I'm on the Suno window, and then I have to come back over here to the StreamYard window. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I so very much appreciate you.
Keep Texas music alive. Sponsor the show that never sold out. Since 2008, Outlaw Video TV has been the loudest voice for real Texas music, giving unsigned, independent, and underground bands a place to be seen, heard, and celebrated. Hosted by Ricky Warden. Blow your brains out tacky and tasteless music and entertainment streams live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on YouTube, plus Facebook, followed by the 9:30 p.m. weekly concert calendar and 10 p.m. BYBO radio. This show isn't just entertainment. It's a movement. Every week, we promote local gigs, venues, and Texas artists fighting to keep music available to all lovers of music that enjoy listening to the music, attending the live performances, and supporting our favorite local musicians and artists. And now, local business.
Let's make a song together tonight. Let's make a song together all night. Let's make a song together